Hey guys, a little late to the party on this one. Well, actually, pretty late to the party on this one, as I have seen this movie a good month ago. but busy with work, busy with trying to reinvent Vigo Stein, Tales from the Horror Vault. So we'll see how that goes, and doing some other Halloween related projects, so I completely forgot to even do my review for this. Oh, and I was working on the Dracula film. But I completely forgot to do this review, so here it is a little late. Sorry for the late review of Beetlejuice, aka Beetlejuice 2. Here we go. For the sake of the review, I'll be referring to the film as Beetlejuice 2. Just thought it'd be a bit more simple. Anyway, Beetlejuice 2 takes place many years after the first film. Lydia Dietz can see the dead because she is still strange and unusual, but she uses the ability to host a ghost show, causing a rift between her and her daughter Astrid. It also doesn't help that Lydia is currently dating her sleazy producer, and Astrid is still not over the death of her biological father. But strange things begin to occur when Lydia is forced to face her figurative and literal demon, Beetlejuice, who also has to face a person from his past. What mischief is afoot, you might be asking? Well, let's discuss. Never did I expect to see the day we would finally get a sequel to the cult classic Beetlejuice. When people think what the definitive film is that Tim Burton directed, some go to Batman, others Edward Scissorhands, and some Ed Wood. However, a lot of people would argue that it's Beetlejuice that screams Tim Burton, who is back in the directing chair along with composer Danny Elfman, returning actors Winona Ryder, Michael Keaton, and Catherine O'Hara, and oddly enough, a producing credit from Brad Pitt. Just thought that last fact was interesting. My relationship with the first film is that, while not some sort of cinematic masterpiece, it is an extremely entertaining and artistic film that could only have been brought to life by macabre and delightfully disturbing writers, set designers, makeup artists, actors, and of course, one mad director. In short, at the time of this review, it is indeed my favorite Tim Burton film. So, no pressure for the sequel, right? After all, how many legacy sequels have succeeded or failed? Which one did this do? I can safely say, this did well enough. I found myself laughing almost as much as I did with the original, and was as greatly impressed, if not more so, this time around with the use of practical sets, effects, makeup, and so on. However, this film is not better, nor is it free from my criticisms. Michael Keaton, Winona Ryder, Catherine O'Hara, Jenna Ortega, and Willem Dafoe are the definitive highlights of the film. From the trauma and stress Winona deals with as Lydia, the over-the-top craziness of Catherine O'Hara and Willem Dafoe as Delia and Wolf Jackson respectively, Jenna Ortega, who has a fittingly similar personality to teenage Lydia as her daughter Astrid, and of course, Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice, who casually and easily slips back into the role. In short, they are all wonderful. But this does lead to a problem I have. There are a ton of characters and a lot of subplots. At one point, I forgot that Astrid's dead father was going to become a plot point worth remembering, because of the countless others. We have a potential love interest for Astrid, dealing with the death of Lydia's father slash Delia's husband, Beetlejuice on the run from his ex-wife, and the marriage of Lydia to her producer. So much is going on, and some things are not expanded on that should be. One idea that's not expanded on, which I thought might be, is the fact that Lydia has to take pills to cope with her trauma revolving around Beetlejuice. I could be mistaken, but I think it's brought up in one scene and never again. I would have loved to have seen if that was also causing another rift between her and Astrid. I'm torn on if Beetlejuice needed to have his backstory partially shown or have been dealt with at all, but the addition of his ex-wife, while an interesting idea, is not really an addition needed. You could honestly cut her out of the film and miss nothing. And those are my criticisms. Let's move on to other things that I liked. The fact that Burton wanted to use as many practical effects and sets as possible really impressed me, though I was also skeptical it would happen, due to the possibility of producers insisting CGI instead. But no, some really cool, and gross, makeup and special effects are implemented for the characters and locations. Stop motion is even used in some scenes. I was greatly surprised to see much of these elements that it took me aback. It was almost like watching an old school Tim Burton film again. Also, compliments to Danny Elfman returning to his wacky and energetic scoring. Some of his stuff has been rather forgetful lately, but like Burton bringing back his creativity, so does Elfman. I can't stress enough how much it felt like not only did Burton and crew really care about making this project, but how much fun they were having as well. In the end, is Beetlejuice 2 the film of the year to see? No. However, it's the best thing Burton has made in years by far. In fact, I will dare to say it is the film to see in theaters this October. Even with its abundance of subplots and characters, its manic characters and style completely make up for those pitfalls. So, set your appointment with a movie theater near you, take your ticket, and be summoned to see Beetlejuice on the big screen. Thanks. This is an O.M.M review. This is O.M.M signing out.